Hello and welcome to another update video about ICP. So on the ICP chart, we still are holding support. That $10.70 level is still holding. And I already mentioned a few days ago that this here could just be a B-wave rally for now. Okay, so let's talk about the structure. Obviously, we have a potential 5-wave move up into the recent highs, the March highs. So I can count that as a 5-wave advance. So basically, that means that the third wave is usually the highest probability element of a rally, okay? And we then saw that very, very messy, and that's typically what they are messy, very messy ABC structure in circle wave 4. Wave 4 likely finished here around the 18th of March as a running flat. And yeah, it's possible that wave 5 topped here around the 26th of March at this ideal target at $20.77. The first ideal target for a fifth wave is exactly that. So we then saw a decline, in my opinion, only in 3 waves. So it could be an A wave, but at the same time, because it's a C wave, no, it's a 3-wave move, it leaves the door open for one more extension higher in wave 1. So I've marked wave 1 here as a question mark, where in the discussions we had so far, the wave 1 topped here, which is possible. It's just that at the moment we have pretty strong rally into resistance, however. Okay, so this is resistance, and it could be that this is just an A wave down, a B wave rally currently, and we see a C wave down next. Please be aware that as long as we only have a 3-wave move down, further upside extensions are always a possibility. So if I see a 5-wave move develop from here, I would have to assume that this is not a B wave. But as long as this rally is in 3 waves and it's respecting resistance isn't even that important, because B waves, as you know, they can easily extend. So I'm just showing here the standard Fibonacci resistance for a B wave. It's really just standard resistance. Often enough, a B wave breaks above it. That's what B waves love to do. They tend to extend. They like to go above the previous highs. They like to break above the 78.6 retracement level at 1831. So that's not so important. Really, what's important is the structure. So at the moment, there's clearly only a 3-wave move. You can see that here. But there's also no sign of exhaustion. So this could, of course, extend further. But there's no entry here, in my opinion. I mean, there's no setup here for a long position, in my opinion, right? Close to support, there usually is, but not as we are moving away from support, rallying into resistance. There's also, I don't think, a short trade setup, because we haven't seen really any confirmation that the C wave to the downside has started, unless you want to just stop out above the recent high. But as I said, B waves can overshoot, so that's what they love to do. Yeah, I mean, that's sort of what we are dealing with. The 1070 level remains key support. The next upside resistance is at $16.43, then $18.31 and $20.77. These are the next upside resistance levels. If we get 5 waves, it's likely one more extension in this wave 1. And if we get a C wave down from here, then this would give us a nice and clear deep wave 2 pullback, in which we should see the price reach $8.58 to $5.77. That's sort of a standard projection target area for wave C of 2. However, there is at the moment no sign the C wave has started. So, and if the B wave extends higher, maybe even overshoots, then we might never get there. Okay, so at the moment, the local trend is still up. And you could say that the trend is up against the last swing low, which was formed here at around, on the 17th of April, at around $11.35. Zooming into the micro pattern, it might even be that this C wave gets one more high, but obviously wave counting on a time frame like this is completely unreliable. But you see, this here looks a bit like a 1, a 2, a 3, maybe this is the 4 and one more high in wave 5. But that's so unreliable. But at the moment, as I said, there is absolutely no evidence that a top of sorts is in place. Just be aware of the relevant parameters. And I think the risk of a decline here is high, but it's not showing yet. And I think one more high is a possibility in wave C. And yeah, I think there is not much more to say, really. If there is a nice pullback into a support zone, that could be a setup. Until then, this is just sort of moving in a range. I mean, if you like to trade a range, there you go. Okay, we have a very well-defined range between $20.77 and the 10.70 level, in my opinion. So yeah, we'll see how it develops. Without a 5-wave move into one direction, there isn't really much that's changing here on this chart. Overall, bullish support is at $4.33, but we might never see that level. It's only support, not a target. That's my update about ICP. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.